the Big 12 has released their conference slate in women's soccer. So, the times are not listed, nor the TV station, which both will be listed later. So, just want to let y'all know in advance. And not everybody plays everybody. Of course, it would be too many games. I mean, 15 of them is too much. They got it down to 11 conference games. So, it's obvious which teams are not going to play who. And y'all could do y'all's research on your Pacific team and all this. And the Big 12 tournament will have the top 12 teams. So 3/4 of the league are going to be in the Big 12 tournament. Of course, it'd be too much to do everybody. Makes sense to me. And of course, the Big 12 tournament would be played on October 30th and it'll last till November 9th. And it'll be played at KC Stadium in Kansas City, Missouri. And all this. So now I'm going to go over the entire conference slate. And they did put out there throughout the scheduling process, regionality and travel were considered, minimizing long distance travel where possible. So I'm just let y'all know that's what the Big 12 put out there. And the 2024 season schedule will consist of 11 conference matches, like I said, with each team having 5 or 6 home and away game contests. And during the 7 weeks of conference play, teams will have 3 weeks that feature just one league match, while the remaining 4 weeks will feature 2 matches for each team. So that's the way they are going with this. Now I will start. And I apologize for looking down because I cannot memorize all this stuff. That's a lot of games to go over here. September 12th, Arizona at Utah. Arizona State at BYU. Oklahoma State at Baylor. Houston at UCF. West Virginia at Cincinnati. Colorado at Kansas State. Iowa State at Kansas. Texas Tech at TCU. September 19th, Arizona at Baylor. Arizona State at Houston, BYU at TCU, UCF at Iowa State, Kansas at Cincinnati, Colorado at Oklahoma State, Utah at Texas Tech, Kansas State at West Virginia. Now September 22nd, Arizona at TCU, Arizona State at UCF, Houston at Baylor, Kansas State at Cincinnati, Colorado at Iowa State, Kansas at West Virginia, Texas Tech at Oklahoma State. Now, September 23rd is just one game, and that's Utah at BYU. BYU does not play on Sundays. Remember that, guys. So, now September 26th, Cincinnati at Arizona, West Virginia at Arizona State, Baylor at Colorado, Oklahoma State at BYU, UCF at Kansas, TCU at Houston, Iowa State at Utah, Texas Tech at Kansas State. September 29th, West Virginia at Arizona, Cincinnati at Arizona State, TCU at Baylor, UCF at Kansas State, Kansas at Colorado, Texas Tech at Houston, Oklahoma State at Utah. Now September 30th is Iowa State at BYU. October 4th. That's a Friday. BYU at Arizona, Utah at Arizona State, Baylor at Texas Tech, UCF at West Virginia. October 5th, TCU at Colorado, Oklahoma State at Kansas. October 6th, it's just 2 games. Houston at Cincinnati, Kansas State at Iowa State. Now, October 10th, Arizona at UCF, Arizona State at Baylor, BYU at Kansas, Cincinnati at Iowa State, Colorado at Texas Tech, Houston at Oklahoma State, Utah at Kansas State, West Virginia at TCU. Now, October 13th is Arizona at Houston, Arizona State at TCU, West Virginia at Baylor, UCF at Colorado, Cincinnati at Oklahoma State, Iowa State at Texas Tech, Utah at Kansas. October 14th is just one game, BYU at Kansas State. October 17th, Kansas at Arizona, Kansas State at Arizona State, Baylor at BYU, TCU at UCF, Colorado at Cincinnati, Houston at Utah, Iowa State at Oklahoma State, Texas Tech at West Virginia. Now, October 20th, Kansas State at Arizona, Kansas at Arizona State, Baylor at Utah, Oklahoma State at UCF, Texas Tech at Cincinnati, Colorado at West Virginia, TCU at Iowa State. October 21st is just one game, and that's Houston at BYU. And the last conference game is October 25th. Arizona at Arizona State, Baylor at Iowa State, BYU at Texas Tech, Cincinnati at UCF, Utah at Colorado, West Virginia at Houston, Kansas at Kansas State, TCU at Oklahoma State. So we're going to know later on what the preseason poll will be. We're going to wait and see what happens. So anyways, if you like this content, hit the like and subscribe button. See you guys later on the road to 600 subscribers. Of course, ultimate goal is 1,000 or more. So make money out those scores. Liking the video, comment video really helps the YouTube algorithm so more people can see it. Sharing the video does help as well so more people can watch. And if you're watching and not subscribed, hit subscribe button. It's free, the notification bell as well.